brings us back to technology. And obviously, conservationists have been using things like camera traps for years. Remote sensing cameras to try to detect some of these
Yeah.
vulnerable populations of wildlife. Now we have everything from satellite imaging to artificial intelligence. Can you just talk about the evolution of technology in the conservation space?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we've seen the modern world change before our eyes and introduce concepts such as smart cities, smart cars, smart buildings. And the conservation space, as you say, is way behind, and we've been working offline for a long time. And that's because these remote areas are not connected. They don't have mobile signal coverage. And so if you're conservationists working to survey wildlife, you might have to travel 15 kilometers into the bush, put a camera trap there, and then go back 3 months later to get the data manually off an SD card. But we are catching up. Fast forward to today, what we're seeing is huge changes with connectivity coming from space, connectivity coming from the work that we do to really bring cloud computing and cloud services to conservation. And that is changing things rapidly, enabling data sharing and collaboration and being able to work from anywhere. So we're really seeing the rise of satellite data, AI, connected sensors, and this kind of global connectivity, which will help us catch up with everything else that's been happening. And I think, I can give you countless examples, but perhaps I'll focus one on Kenya, where we work. And thanks to the technology from Cisco and our partners and funding from the EU, what we've been able to do there is actually equip connectivity across 28 different protected areas. And so that Wi-Fi high bandwidth connectivity, as well as LoRa networks, have enabled remote sensors and data from cameras, from GPS collars on wildlife, from digital radio, over 3 million hectares to come into a central control room. And this is really speeding up conservation efforts, and being able to give rangers the eyes and ears to see over hundreds of kilometres, bring it all into one system, and through CCS, our integration platform, and tools such as Earth Ranger, we're really seeing the convergence of these technologies to enable, smart biospheres. And smart biospheres enable those environmental intelligence to give that kind of up-to-date understanding, so you can predict wildlife movements, track land use change, look at soil and health, carbon, and the health of the climate, so that if there is a climate-driven weather event such as drought, you can help manage the water and the forage resources between the communities and the species. So it's really kind of helping to drive that kind of tech-based harmony between AI, satellites, and the wonders of our natural world and our planet.